Yo, what's good? What's good with it? You know what it is. It's another episode of Banz On The Beats. My name is Chris Banz, KB. You already know what it is. First of all, for all of y'all who don't know what we do on this channel, we make the beats. I'm a lyricist, producer, mixing engineer, musician. This is the studio. Say what's up to the studio, y'all. This is my pride and joy right here. This booth is crazy. I'm gonna do a walkthrough. Don't let me forget. I'm gonna do a walkthrough. I've been shooting a lot of episodes back to back to back. So I will get around to doing a walkthrough. I got the MPC X on deck. I got the Alesis. I got a lot of equipment back here using Pro Tools. So if you here, out of curiosity, if you here trying to learn something, if you here as a new beat maker, moderate, to experienced beat maker, you can learn something from this channel. So what I do is I just cook up real, like original beats. Try not to use too many samples. Like I mentioned before in my other videos, for all of y'all who already know, I just think that it is just a little oversaturated. So we making all original beats. Another thing, like and subscribe. You already know the deal, man. Come on, y'all. I don't know where it's gonna be located on this screen, but down there, up there, left, right, whatever. Just hit the button, and like and subscribe with your boy KB, Chris Banz, with Banz On The Beats. Cool, so let's dive into the sauce. I already know y'all ready for it. We're gonna whip this track up real smooth. And like I said, again, what I do is go through it layer by layer. We're gonna peel back the layers, lace the beat, and I'm gonna give y'all the sauce in between. You already know what it is. I'm gonna let you know what your favorite producer is doing in the studio when they thinking about what they thinking about when you be nodding your head to the music that they making, that you playing in the car. We got a fresh new episode coming up for y'all. So without further ado, let's go.
KB beat, so quit playing. KB beat, so quit playing.
All right, y'all. So like I said, it's going to be a real good episode this time. I got a little guitar in here. I got some strings in here. You know my favorite. I love strings. But it's going to be like more of a punchy hit. This is a beat that I've already made. I'm showing you how I made it and showing you my thought process in making it, similar to what a lot of producers go through. What I want to do for this one, and my thought process when I was doing this one, was it's about creativity. So wherever your little heart takes you, all right? So I started off with some string picks. They sound like this. And I mean, you might just be playing around anyway in the studio. So you never really know where you're gonna go with it unless you've been having a melody in your head this whole time. So for me, it was just like, I love playing chords. And so I been trying to, like figure out which chords sound good in the scale that I've been using. So let me think about this one. How did I play this? I know y'all hear that echo on there. Sometimes that make it a little difficult to play the melody like you want to play the melody, but there's no one particular way to do it. But I choose to sometimes just mute and turn off the echo, or turn off the delay, turn off the sustain, and just play it without those elements, play it in a dry fashion, so then I can hear it and it's not, adding an extra flavor, adding an extra element to the beat. You don't really want to process it before you make the beat. But if that processing is the style you're looking for and you need it there to figure out something, then just go ahead. Sometimes I just scroll through sounds and just fiddle around. Wherever it go, that's where it go. Like I said, it's about how you feel when you first come off. If I'm feeling, like a little angry about something, I may want to channel that energy, and the beat may come off like But if I'm not feeling that way, I'm not making a beat like that. I'm usually channeling the way I feel. Boy, tripping. All right. So back to this beat. Let me see. So I started this part off like this. So this is A, and it'll be a pretty much A minor. So it's an A major. It's an A minor. A major, A minor. And no, we ain't doing that. Ain't no A minor. No, we not doing that. We not doing that here. It's just the keys, the A minor key. Boy, y'all crazy. I already see the comments going crazy. A minor. That's over. That's over. We already know how that went down. But all right. So I started off with A minor. And I just went down the line. Then I switched it up and went to a D. Started from D. So that will be my left hand. All right. So then my right hand doing something similar to a just a roll with the keys. So all right. But I feel like I gotta add something to that, and I did then, and I'm just gonna show y'all what I did. So I kind of flipped it up a little bit, so I made it go. So hold on, let me play that again. So as you can see, just switching it up like that can add a extra, like, some pizzazz to it, if you will. Like, just wait. Y'all hear that? Now the thing is, the difficult part is adding them both together. Now you don't have to play them both together. You could just record one section and then go back over it, overdub it, and record the other section. Or if you're feeling, like ambitious, you could try to play them together. I'm doing this without a metronome, so this is how I go. All right. So y'all see how that go? All right. So this is how that sound. Exactly how I just played it. Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. And then sometimes like I said, on the last episode, you seen that I made a full melody and it ended up being the bridge first. Sometimes that's why I go with this, because I don't really want this melody to play all the way through. It's more like a break in the beat, or a bridge in the beat first. And I know that's a little unorthodox, but like I said, there is no right or wrong way to make a beat. You could flip that beat up, change that beat. Man, by the time I record this beat and it's a full song, it'll sound completely different. Like, it'll sound like a completely different beat. But, like some rappers say, or some lyricists say, or some artists say, they make the beat when they rap to it. But the real magic, and part of that magic is 50-50, really. Part of that magic is happening at the producer's seat. So producers, I got you. I'm a producer and artist, so I know the difference, and I know that you got to put different hats on. Like, there's producers who cannot, write to save their life, and then there's some writers or rappers or performers who can't produce to save their life. So obviously we need each other, but the debate is crazy. Anyway, let me go to the second part. So that was the string picks from Fabric plugin. Then we have those string attacks that I was telling you about. All right, so staying in the same key is gonna be. So you just basically complement the first melody that I made. I like adding melodies on top of melodies to just feel that different the vibe in it. So I catch a vibe from it, and then I may delete something, or I may only put a part in during the chorus, or maybe as the bars go by closer to the end of the verse or something like that when I'm mixing. So I just like to add that variety. All right, so this is how it sound with those two. Hear how that drop? Right? Right? You hear me? Let me in. Sometimes I keep it real simple. Sometimes I get a little more complicated. I may add like 3 or 4 melody parts to a song, but sometimes I just keep it real simple and then just add the bass kick in and then chop it up. Maybe do a bridge, and then the main part of the song, like an intro, a bridge, verse part, mid verse bridge, breakdown. You know, I may switch it up a lot. That's exactly what I did with this one. This part right here. This is a 90s kick hard bass. Okay, so you can see when I press the key, it give me that bass kick, that 90s kick hard bass. But then when I hold it, hold on to it, and then also if I press another key, kind of give me that roll. If you take that, you're gonna have a lot of mud. But if you edit it right and mix it right, get those frequencies lined up, you'll be just fine. What I did with this part, I'm gonna solo it out. Here we go. Hold on. Oh, there it is. Now, remember what I said about basses. You got to make sure that bass is piercing through the melody, piercing through. I mean, it don't have to pierce through the melody, but it definitely has to be present enough in order to be felt. Because all of the music that you make is not all about being heard. It's sometimes just about feeling. You got to feel that vibe and feel that rhythm. And then, like I said before, the melody is over here. The drum pattern is over here. The bass line bridges those. The bass line bringing those together. So if I play all 3 of those together, those 3 tracks, this is how it sounds. It's just 3 tracks, and it definitely sounds like a bridge. You hear me? All right. Okay. Yeah. Let's go. All right. Thought it was about to drop, didn't you? Not yet. What we just did right there is basically just created a bridge. But from that bridge, I can create the rest of the track. I can create a verse part of it, but I'm just gonna switch it up a little bit. So instead of the first part being complicated like I played it before, like it is, instead of doing all that, I just do it like this. You hear it? This the switch up. This is just what a verse is gonna be. You hear me? All right. That's just a rhythmic pattern that you can keep up with and keep up with the flow. The second part of it is the strings, and now we putting in that attack string. So with the attack strings in, again, I don't play them the same way, but as you can hear, they just come around every so often. So you can decide when to drop a specific sound to give it the flavor that you're looking for. That's all it does. Every time 4 bars go by, it just drops. That's just to add a flair to it. So that's all it do. Let me just go ahead and go to a different kick. It's still the 90s kick hard bass that I put in before, but it's just played a little differently. So it's like this. Now, what I tell you, yeah, it's gonna give it that groove. Tell me that's not grooving. That's grooving right there. Yeah. Uh-huh. All right. So now we got that bass. We got that 90s kick hard bass in there. We got the guitar little flip up in there. And we got our bridge. We got our string pick and mute, and we have our attack strings. Now, drums. You're looking for drums. You got to be very careful. Make sure that those drums are rhythmic. You have to make sure that the drums are rhythmic. It's nice like that. All right. And actually in this track, I created 2 different bridges. So there's like an intro, then there's a bridge, then we toggle back and forth between. So and then I have actually a mid-verse bridge as well and a breakdown. All right. So that's how the verses sound. When you come in, you'll hear that. And essentially that just repeats. Then we have the bridge. All right. So that's the bridge. We'll mute the strings, the attack string, and then let the beat just play. Remember, you just bringing out the creativity in yourself, and you making sure that like you bring a vibe to it and a rhythm to it. Don't let it drop. Don't let it fall flat on the rhythm. Let that rhythm run through. All right. So that's the bridge. We're gonna take it to the mid-verse bridge. So the mid-verse bridge sounds similar, but I'm gonna mute the strings and the attack strings. So the guitar, string picks, and the attack strings, and just let everything else play. That's how it sounds. That's rhythm right there. You got to keep that rhythm, all right? So, all right, let's move on to this next section so I can just jam out with y'all real quick and let y'all hear the whole beat. Now I'll mix it up, do some tweaking, live mix it for you so you can feel that vibe, all right?
KB beat, so quit playing.
You hear that drop right there? That's that intro right there. I'm going to let it play twice. One, 2, 3, 4. Hey. That's your verse. Spitting it. Might jump to the bridge. Yeah. You gotta be able to feel the vibe. Hey, hey, hey. Hey man, y'all tell me, man, what y'all gonna do to this? Where would you go with this? Drop it in the comments. You know, I don't freestyle, but I do write. I do write a lot. Y'all tell me what y'all could do to this. Let's switch it up. All right, we're gonna let this one go for about another, let's say 12 bars. And then we'll jump to that bridge I was telling y'all about. Yeah. So you could be doing your thing right here. I want to hear mad bars, lyrics. I want to hear punchlines, similes, metaphors. Let's bring that back, y'all. What's up? Oh, yeah. We missing a part. Hold on. I'll put it back in. I'm gonna let this drop twice. Or I should say 4 times. Is this the second time? I'm gonna bring this those steel strings back in. Here we go. See how that drop? 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. Let's get it. Here we go. Here we go. Y'all see how that drop? Woo. All right, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go. Then we go to the bridge. Hey. Let's get it. One, 2, 3, 4. All right, y'all. That's good. Look, thanks for coming to another episode. Banz On The Beats, where we making original beats, making them hot, making them fire. Yo, y'all tuned into the right place. So let's man, make sure y'all drop the comments, make sure y'all drop whatever, like suggestions that y'all think, could be added to the beat, taken away from the beat. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? I'm open to any type of constructive criticism. But let me tell you something right now, it wouldn't matter, because it's all creativity coming out of my mind straight to your ears. So if you feel good when you make music, that's how this make me feel. So maybe you need a producer, maybe you need some fresh new beats, maybe you need some fresh new ideas. So all I know is, it ain't nothing if you ain't having fun with it, though. It ain't nothing if you having fun. If you not having fun with it, you ain't doing it right. All right? Hey. Again, laced it. Lace this beat. Yes, sir. Let's get it. Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. All right, y'all. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm out.
KB beat, so quit playing.